horror. The horror. Dumbledore volunteered, didn't he? He did. I saw it. That definitely, man. He go around. It's like all front foot, like Kunta Kinte. But, like, I didn't need that foot. Yeah. He volunteered or gets wrapped up, and it's like, well, not volunteer like that, but you know what I mean? He's good. You never think it's even another stuff. I bet he fucking did, man. That's what it is. Because it's all fuck. And so I was thinking about Charlie Kirk, that maybe that's for real, you know. And it's how does he, like the wife, I was looking at the interview. And she's like, I said not to go see him. I went, because they always look so much worse at the mortuary, you know, if you ever go in. You gotta see him fresh. Right? And I get to kiss him goodbye. And he had that smirk. That's what it is, man. I think he did, but the thing of timing, it broke my ankle, and then it's like, boom. God, man, yeah, opportunity. Yeah, the opportunity's so good. Yeah, seize your opportunity, get yelled at, told like this, that, right? And it's like, wait, you wake up. Okay, that's that. Oh, whatever. With something. That would fuck all the feds up, man. The feds are fucked. That scared the fucking living shit out of them, didn't it? Actually, when you hear it, it's like, the way I'm saying, it's even worse. Dying time is real time. Man, I look up Kennedy Bassett, that chick. You know, the big old jaw. Look at that. But you always got to be, Kennedy Bassett. Bassett Kennedy. It's like, went down the airplane. And they make it like he's got a special friend who dies of cancer. And you see all his skin. He's like, his special friend. It's like, his magazine, George. And then she's got the big old jaw and stuff. And I got all this from Camille Paglia. Shit, they're not hiding it, but that can be in retrospect too, and then during the time and after in retrospect, because they'll be opposite. That's all you can do it. Make every like girl, you'll be like, oh, it's like trannies. It's like, fucking, I'll make a eunuch out of you. That's what Dominic said to Snot once. Like on Temple Steps, they were poking him, and it said that. It was like playing around, but it was weird, and it's like, how does that work? So, you know, the things, it's like set up to say it. Okay, so it's like that. But it's something, so that's why I think, yeah. Damn, man, because it's gotta be, there's too much fat. He looks too like he's sick and stuff. I was like, I didn't, that's like they added that on, right? Hopefully. Oh, maybe when they are fat, they get this fat. And they add that on. Oh, God, yeah. That's what it is. Alright. Sometimes we get fat. I mean, you get fat because it's all the grease and stuff. All the ghee. Damn, man. So I was at the town, that last video, man, with the police at the end. And then, see, I don't remember, like, the one cop. The one I'm not bitching as much. Like, he's like, so yeah, he's the same as the other cop I saw. And it might be the same as the other dude from way before in Fort Myers, or I don't track, or one was the same, and then he might be the same, or like one was one day, but he's not the other day. Because I don't even look, I don't go through my videos. And I stopped looking at the faces again, just like that movie Taxi Blues from Russia. I try not to look at the faces. Like I don't get into it. Like once I don't need to, I guess. I'm back to this. Because I kind of stopped up there in Boston. I stopped reading the billboards. I got disciplined. I don't look up at shit. Don't look at faces. Damn, man. The Charlie Kirk stuff. It might be. That's even how they do it, right? And have a real guy. They go, it's like that. As if it was. that, but really it's not. And then, because then they can have all the goofy, everything's fake and weird, but then that's not. It's just like the Viet Cong one. They always they take the dead bodies and go drag them somewhere. So they think the artillery did it or something else like that, or the fire, counter fire, whatever worked. And really they died some other way. At least I heard that. Maybe kind of being disrespectful, but it's part of their thing. Man, I saw her at her breastfeeding at the Secret Service tent. I don't know. I need to quiet. Breastfeed. She wasn't breastfeeding, but it's like the attitude. She was cool. She was fucking cool, man. That's why they have her hang around. That was in 2020 in Massachusetts, just before it's at that airport. It's not. It's like all the way north and just under the border with New Hampshire, but it's Massachusetts. Damn, man, now you know all the Kennedy stuff. It is what I said. All run by the dad, Kennedy. It's all art and theater and fake. All this stuff. And it could be, even if, one assassination real, or maybe not, or whatever, probably disappear. It's even better. It's all the way better, because then it's like Secret Service, right, in the core. It's like, okay, you're like that. Because otherwise it can get done, or whatever the fuck they do, and it's like the special secret we keep together with the Soviet Union. They can't do a circle jerk, so they do that. Man, I can't get those Russians to circle jerk. You're supposed to circle jerk. Or whatever the fuck they do, or whatever it would be. Or it's like some shit. Whatever the fuck it is. Because that's what happened when we wouldn't do their shit. Or when I was a kid with my babysitter. Damn, man. And, well, it's yeah, so I was walking in the street. Man, they were gonna fuck with me too. Or could. It's just not good. They just lie like a motherfucker. Damn, YouTube's all lying, all in on it. But now we know what it is. It's all fucking lying thing. News media's always been all the way. And probably secrets kept between U.S. and Soviet Union, like Cuba. That's a fucking... That never comes out. I'm the only one who says it. Cuba was traded to the Soviet Union for arms negotiation. It's all fake. That means Kennedy gets in, he's all in the scam, right? So he does guy does Bay of Pigs, he's in on it. That's it. It's not like he's just getting misled or something. He's with it. He's the actor. Damn. I know I got some stuff wrong. I got some things. I think of them, but then I gotta make a list and put it sometime. So you just have to get over it when I make errors, I guess, sometimes. And that comes back. Whatever. Damn, man. Fuck. Okay, yeah, that's what that is. Man, I got that from Camille Paglia, too. I figured out the JFK Jr. with the airplane thing. Somehow. Like that. And also my memories at the time. I had a false memory where that actually was in the wrong house. Looking out at the fog. I must have been thinking about it, looking out. God, I fucked it up somehow. Because this was 1999. I was still in the Fenway. And God, I said I was gonna do 9/11, and that just seems easy. They don't hide it. And I did, and I got it because I'm there, right? And then at the Kennedys, and I fucking got that, and I find out, oh my God, I was there. I'm like in that. That's the thing. Of course it would be the thing. They named my mom Rosemary. She's adopted. It's all cuckoo, right? Her mother patted her belly. So what would it be? So if something comes in, and my mom's like a self-evident Jew, and I come out blonde hair, blue eyes. So it's like the thing from over there. Maybe some refugees. Probably is something with the Germans because, excuse me, like they do the rat line, all that. Like I knew the rat line before I fucking read the rat line. It said we're all in the rat line. Fucking Argentina, than it is. Fuck. So it could be like 1933. But that's a weird year because they would be, that's the last chance to do stuff before the Hitler takes over, and they still already run stuff. They work things. Then it's going to be camps, and they do it a certain way. Damn. So maybe her dad did die. My grandfather, my natural grandfather, died, got shot down, like over Germany or France, like in an airplane. So mom was saying that before. Someone had told her that. That's possible. Or maybe he died on the Russian front. Maybe he was a young German with really good genes. Or whatever. Fuck, man. Dr. Mengele writes stuff. He writes all this stuff about that early on. Man. What else? Like, damn, I did learn this from the theater. I gotta hand it to him, Brad. He adopted me, sort of. I used to spend 3 hours a day toward the end or whatever, like just hanging around the costume. Like I said, a giant set of a couple of rooms. There's like a fucking half the backstage or something. Costume design. Now you know, right? Oh shit. It's even as though the theater, so you could have the costume design, right? And Brad, the expert, the devil wears Prada. And the assistant, who's like dumb as a stump, but it's all fucking fake. Like he doesn't really talk. And they do the artistic thing. Like Brad asks him, what do you think? Yeah or no? Thumbs up, thumbs down on some dress or something. And the guy's like, yeah, or he says a few words. But he knows everything. He knows all, like everything, fashion, taste, and everything. This I knew this down here too. And Brad is he's actually descended from Governor Bradford, and just like me, I'm just Governor Bradford. So we're related. Man, that is so funny. And you got the grumpy, oh man, the actual. That's why you have the grungy CIA. The work a day, whatever. The thing and the attitude. Oh my god, the guy. Fucking everything. Grateful Dead. Yeah, we all look fucking. Yeah, the kids come by to get their culture. You gotta run the fucking deadheads, all the feds, all the whatever. Not DEA, and it's not the bust man. Really, they're not. Maybe they're just to know everything, know all everything. That's why you don't get busted at Grateful Dead. You know, big sweeps and stuff as much. But like, we probably have a lot of them in the DEA. Damn, man. Yeah, they gave it away a little bit. They had a certain thing. Someone they were the actual DEA. Those kids. They gave that away. They're not just so they let that in. It's like to that level. Like the what do you call it? I call it banano. All that shit. It's like because they yeah, attitude. Someone went to a good criminal justice course with or sociology course that teaches that, or someone has judgment or something, right? Or does something. Yeah, and it's the garbage. I mean, I'm just talking about a couple, but Not even like that, but it comes and goes around. Different ones. Man, you never know. You think they're just in some fucking, they're in the cushy life here and there. In their college, and that's where all the shit goes. Yeah, man, the Grateful Dead swings around through there. So they can have all, try it out and do their stuff, and it'll be like normal. Damn, all the tunnels too, they must have that. And I'm talking about Worcester, of course. The Foothills Theater. But God, man, we had to go see John Belushi, the actor that played John Belushi. We had to go see him, like he was doing Shakespeare. As I said, you're an actor, and then you got to go. You hang out and play Shakespeare. That's like a thing to stay in practice. That's what actors do. I guess if you're on Star Trek and those guys, and their show gets canceled, nothing else. But it's like that. And so it's got to be Lowell that we went to. We all went. Never wants to go. I guess it just makes more stuff to do. And then he was interesting. That might have been fake. I always felt bad for him because he's like so beleaguered, the actor. Like he's on the hook, but that's probably acting, right? That is. He's not gonna mope around at his fucking party. It's my party, and I'll cry if I want to, unless you're supposed to. Like toward the end. As soon as they stop paying attention to him, they just take a break a little bit. There's a chick or two that had to just pay attention. Or something. Damn. Damn, man, that's what that is. So we got it. Like right here, see, on this channel. See now, like how I'm walking down the street, right? Eating a tin of fish sandwich. I was walking down the street. Eating a tin of fish sandwich. If I'm right. See, the thing is, then it's like Jesus fucking Christ. Right? If I'm not right, then it's fucked, but like this. It's like a fucking Jesus Christ Superstar or whatever the fuck, or the High Plains Drifter or whatever the hell, right? Which I gotta get it right, because I think I'm right about all the big stuff. I think I'm right, the Kennedys and the 9/11 stuff. Yeah, I'm right. And so then it's cool. It's like, fuck it. Where are you from, Jesus? What do you want, Jesus? Tell me, you got to be careful. Could well be. How can you not speak when I hold your life in my hands? I always depended on the kindness. Like these guys like Brad, right? And then fucking all these like so homeless guys or whatever fucking knew it. There's some like wisdom or something. Always out looking for it. I always say it's like the street thing or some hippie thing, and our recreational life, our American life that maybe you had before the 80s or something that I know I missed. But Yep. God. Damn, man. They had that Rosemary name. And Rosemary, all this shit. Actually, they could just be lying and saying Rosemary, and even if it's a lie, or they just do it just because it looks like that. But it probably is that thing. Like my mom's stuff. So all the Kennedy stuff, you can't get away from it. It's all of Hollywood. The Kennedys are Hollywood, like before. The dad buys Hollywood studios. And he's like, he goes to Harvard, the Joe Kennedy, or whoever the fuck. If I got that name wrong too, maybe I'm always saying Joe Kennedy. It's not the President Kennedy's dad's name. Oh, fuck that. I gotta go look that up and make sure different shit like that. But it's like, damn, man. Like, he knows all the time, all the stock market stuff. He gets fed that by all his Harvard thing, that British thing. So, he's like the front man. Like, you got the Jewish front man, then you got the Irish guy who does this thing, stays in his lane, goes with Father Coughlin and all the other shit, America First stuff, and does anti-Semitic. Like, you don't have, like, Jews and Irish coming together. They're afraid, man. I think Bolshevism did fuck them up. They did not think, well, yeah. See, the thing is, nobody's going to know all the way what the fuck's going on, like the Bolsheviks do, okay? Like about Russia especially, but just the whole fucking world. Because you got a whole world, because there's nothing going on. You ain't got no game. You got like your stock market play or something. But to know there's a revolution possible in timing, because that's the whole thing about it. It's not like just there's revolutionaries everywhere. They go like it got like that because the best, smartest guy in the room, these guys, they knew that it's possible. The smartest guys in the room that will, like, devote their life to it and give their life to it. They know it's possible, and that's the best of the best. And then and the West doesn't know. They think it's going to be a bourgeois, overthrow. You're going to overthrow the Tsar and all kinds of having just keep the war going and just kind of come back. And the Bolsheviks don't know how to build a state, get an alternative thing going on. They never stopped too. They just undercover. All that Khrushchev stuff with Stalin. That's just that one more thing. Like, it's like kind of a fake out, a change, or even for real too. But it's like they still have their they don't just give up or whatever. With the secrecy being clandestine or whatever, even though they're a government. Fuck, it is that Kennedy, that fucking Bassett Kennedy, and then she got the big old jawline. And Camille Paglia has to say a lanky clothes horse. That kind of hinting and stuff. And it's all this shit. Running all that shit. God, fucking endless. Yeah, they're not even hiding it with the Charlie Kirk thing. Maybe he did though. Maybe it's a guy. Just like that. It's a real guy, single guy like that. Like, I had never heard of him before before they said it, and they started announcing it like you're all supposed to have heard of him. And it's not Nick Fuentes. I've heard of Nick. It sounds like you're really looking at YouTube. And it's just douchey fucking TP for my bunghole. The great Cornholio. And it's like all their Christian stuff, which then they make it hokey and make a joke. They probably do that. They're just their shit. And it's like in all the high schools, all the shit, all their fake shit, all over the place. Running all this undercover, all these scams. Damn. There weren't very many people at the Trump rally in 2020. I went to. Not like they act like. So it was pretty good being able to see that. So that's why that is. We went to a Goodwill today up in Sarasota. My wife just likes to go to it. I didn't know they had a sale, like it's like blue tag sale. It's set up at the front of the store, and you have to look a whole different way they do it. And they'll keep saying it. So I thought it's all shit. I didn't look around because I'm good at looking around. And all these weird people. So I thought it was just a shit store. And I needed to. Actually, it can do some good stuff. But I was kind of grumpy anyway. But. Okay, so quiet. This. God, man. Yeah, so it is. The thing is with my mom's name, they'll have a bunch of that. That rosemary thing, that'll be one of their things. Because they're always doing this shit. Like a bunch of different ones. Then that might fit certain criteria and they can run it. But it's got to be them doing that, naming her. Probably. Yeah, that's what I was getting early. God, before everyone gets old. Like when I first came to Boston in 1989 and stuff. Not in Worcester. And I get like this shit, but it's like they're fucking jealous, hostile. That's that shit part of the CIA too. Trying to kill me out and crush me out. I'm on a fucking kill list. A destroy list. I am like mentally. Fuck, man. And then the Jews are not allowed. Nipolosha, Kazal Nipolosha. Like out in Carbondale, they're not allowed. They gotta stay away from us. They're under orders, man. I'm telling you, that's what it is. They're under orders, man. We had the one kid I met on the playground. It was like on a Saturday. He took me over to his damn synagogue. See if there's ever been a synagogue that's sort of near the Winkler School. You know, probably a third grade playground with all the asphalt. You go up around those neighborhoods a little bit. And I think that's right, if I'm getting there right, or somewhere up in some place. And into his house, and never again. Like he's all going to adopt me, and it was all so fucking weird. And he had to show me the thing. Like here it is. Like first we go to his fucking synagogue thing, whatever. Like maybe it was a church, I think it wasn't. And then I go to his house and something, and then nothing. And someone like they got told. First they're doing it and then not. Jeez, I never saw him again. I don't know what the fuck. That was weird, man. It's like all my friend and shit just one day. And then, God, I get so much, man. The parents would just fucking hate me. I'd be on a kill list later, going around, like someone taking me to some house, or I go with some kids. I could tell from the mother I was on a kill list. Fucking, that was fucking weird, man. They act like I did something. And I used to think and try to think, okay, I'd talk like normal, like in I kind of don't keep a secret the way you might think, or there's something I think about, or there's a fear, but no, it's the other shit. Like they got the thing. Damn. And then yeah, then probably that kid. Fuck. Finally, when I'm in my senior year, but I'm not gonna graduate or get out. That kid, the Mung and Lao. And they got busted with the puberty blocker thing while giving me tularemia. That's too much, man. And then the puberty blocker. It is, man, isn't it? And then Charles Taylor's stuff, probably. They're probably doing all the puberty blockers and everything way back. You know? Probably. Damn. Yeah, that's what that was. It all fucking fits in Minneapolis. Damn, and they had to do that shit. It's kind of hot in here. So this isn't much like I'm not saying anything, right? God. God. Man. Well, I don't know. Fuck, I should turn it off. I can't talk, right? Hang on, I'm gonna think of something to say. You see, I always knew something was going on. Like in these places. Like I'm walking down the street in the middle of the night, because like this place, Cape Coral. Like I know it's like a thing, and I know this neighborhood. And I used to walk around Boston, and oh, what was the thing? I was gonna say something. It's fuck. I guess about hold on. Man, this is bullshit too. I can think of something. I was gonna say something about this thing. I should just leave it though, right? Because it is like, I paused it for a while, but it probably is better if I leave it, like, to record. That's a refrigerator. Does that noise. Now, I guess. Oh yeah, like in Copley Square. Damn. There was like Andy from Vietnam. It had been hit near the spine next to it. It kind of fucked it up a little, not on the spine, but on the backbone. Something next to the spine fucked him up. And he had to lay in a rice paddy for 3 days before they found him and evacuated him or whatever in the cold. And like while he started out partially paralyzed or something. And then he walks with a limp and half his body's a little bit messed up. And he said he fragged. God, he said 7. I keep thinking that's too many. Lieutenants, like 7 lieutenants, not just 5 lieutenants, like 7. So it probably is. They just put him there in Copley Square for a while. That was weird, man. Like, and it made me feel like, I don't know, this other kid is like 22. Or was he 20? And he's weird. He had a big white face. He was like really tall. He could do kickboxing. Put his legs way up in the air, and somehow he'd get hit in the skids. He'd actually take glue and sniff glue. Go around sniffing glue, and he's all fucked up. Unless he's like, yeah, like there's some kind of thing. I guess you could put the makeup into it. He's not that fucked, but I think he maybe was. He's around for just a while. I had him run around Copley Square, but he'd be in the alleys. He was cool as hell, too. He was a saint. He was nice. Andy was a saint. Damn. He had like 7 lieutenants, and so he'd be like, collect blankets. He'd be like, do you have a blanket, Kenny? Blanket. We're all in our blankets. We're all in our blankets. Like, you sit in the alley and make sure people have blankets. Put a blanket on. So I talked to him a little bit. Yeah, it was a thing. How this stuff goes around. They just, man, because they're watching. That's like central. That's CIA central fucking the thing watching, or military intelligence. They just watch. I fucking knew it. That's why I'm just wondering always. And it's like, what's up with me, right? Talk about it, but there's a certain thing. And when I think back now, I know. And like, especially a place I ended up in Homestead. It's like, damn. Yeah, so all the Kennedys. Man, they're just lying like a motherfucker, aren't they? Then they troll it and make a joke out of it. Whatever, well, he goes to Charlie Kirk. Yeah, so it's like all lie. Everything, all my life, all the news, like all those people, all 60 Minutes, that news show. I look at some of that. Unless they're fucking with it now, you never know. But even then, it's like down the memory hole. It gets to it. Man, it means all that Willowbrook stuff too, and Geraldo comes and busts into Willowbrook. That was Bobby Kennedy got him turned on to that, and he's wearing his leather coat and gets the keys to Willowbrook with all the locking up all the retarded kids and young adults, and like he goes busting in, and they had they set all this stuff up, and man. Damn. I just keep thinking, that's what it is. Because it never fit like my dad. And I'm hung up with it all my fucking life. And justifying or thinking, trying to think what it is. Because there's certain kind of things, he thinks of something. Like, oh, it's okay, something, right? And then he switches. And then it doesn't have the right time period or the right things for transition or whatever, and it's so obstinate in there. It's not through any kind of regular means. Like, and something got lazy, then felt bad about it or something, and it's just. And then I've always, he's always blames me for everything, or whatever. Because it's always like, then applies to like, I ought to do this, that, or I'm like wrong this way, or it's too late. I'm like, and how to talk. And I think when I haven't talked, it's like it's me that's been too shy, but he fucking just does that. He makes it that way. But then I could think, well, he makes that, and then the time goes by, and he switches over, and maybe I didn't have enough energy for it, but it just never fits. That's why I'm always doing it. And now it fucking fits. And I'm not even like running, going over it. Usually I'd think of something and I'd have to go over it and over and over it. Like narcissistic personality disorder, you had that. And I'd always be doing that and studying it and more and more and more. This thing is like in the last, year or whatever, just a year, right? Something. I'm not doing that. It's just like, boom, it's there. It all fits. Everything in my life that I've been working on, it just all fits about how he is. Like he's running something, getting run, and he has certain skill sets and training he does, and he has. And the method, it probably is just like what mechanism, like it'd be Ruth, his secretary at the sociology department, and other people, and people will just be up to him, a graduate student, oh yeah, this thing with your kid, blah, blah, blah. That's even, okay, and then, like, he knows it comes from the fucking thing from the grapevine, and he could be like, and then he'll invent in his mind, that's why he'd be sort of, kind of as though out of the mouths of babes, like, right, take that as a piece of wisdom, and like a poetic wisdom, like, and he talks away, but he's not that. It's like that's the fucking cover to take the fucking info, to take the fucking direction when it is. Because it'll just be a social thing like that. Out of this, that, or something. Or, I can go back to the Ruth, the secretary. Someone said something again. She'd be like, I listened to him or something. It'd just be that shit, and it'd be a flow, and you could just go with that flow. And, God, and it's normal that you'd have the preacher or whatever you'd have, like, maybe work and stuff, and matchmaking and busybodies. Instead, it's the fucking CIA. And the CIA went and took over all that shit and all the churches and all the shit. And, God, then it fits, and that's why I get that. I get this kind of, like, I gotta hear, like, I ought to hear some religious wisdom or something, or go on the street to a homeless guy or something, kind of listen and pretend it's like a movie, fucking listen to the wisdom or something. Because he talks like that. He does that. And then other times he just turns it off. It's like gone. Like, what the fuck did he say? Like, later on he did. Damn. Shit, man. Yeah. They probably would. They probably would, man. That when that tornado hit Marion, like, what if it's like an hour before, and someone says something, and then it's either not. It's like nothing. It's not like, wow, I gotta hear. Hey, this thing happened. You wouldn't be like that, because it's like no, it's the fucking CIA telling you or something. You don't ever fucking do that. Be like, wow, it's like a ghost or something. Isn't that a coincidence? Like, you wouldn't do it. So it could just be some random people, or you overheard them as they're walking by. Like something about Marion or something. And so you know what that is. You know, it'd be coming from my fucking uncle. If they did, or maybe not. Or even just, it happens and instantly they get the news. It's like before you get it on the radio, really. I don't know. It was weird. Or like, it's weird how, but the fact that the what's-her-fuck even works there as an emergency room nurse. and we have to go home, and she's driving home just at the same time, and she's all traumatized. You get to see her like that. And all nice. She comes talks to us like we're human. You know, like after 9/11, how everyone was. At least seems to be on TV. Everyone's human all of a sudden, right? So she came up to us like that. So my dad didn't want to miss it. He had to come home for that. So they'd be telling him, "Oh, she's coming home. That'd be something, right?" Maybe not just knowing the weather, but knowing that part. Watch it be like. Watch it be even like Diane can't do that or something. They're kind of trash. CIA lady. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck, man? Yeah, Senator Simon lives down the street, up on the hill and up down. It's kind of weird how everything's out there. Our high school reunion, they sent me a thing, and then that had to go the fuck out to Makanda. Somehow Bud Barnett is a big thing. Wait, not Bud. Not Bud, his brother. Wait. Am I losing? No, Bud, yeah. I was thinking because like he's better, but he's the older brother. But he's always young at heart. That's what I was thinking. For a second, like wait, yeah, he's young at heart. He's cool. That guy's fucking cool. Guys, that's funny how with that thing it can work out good too. But now how the hell is I went on something to be like him, even though he's like a different grade. He's not my grade. What are we doing? He was at the new school. And I'm talking about the Carbondale Community High School reunion, though. What was that? 30-year reunion or 35? What was it? 83 to... God, they had the Eclipse down there, too. They must have been having some shit in Carbondale, right? First the Eclipse, you have Eclipse and a reunion, then another fucking Eclipse. So that became a thing, didn't it? And no one talks anything about it. No one says shit. And they had to take Dairy Queen sign down. They say Dairy Queen doesn't want them calling it Dairy Queen anymore. For that shit. Fuck. Fucking liars. Yeah, they did that on purpose when I had to go. So I stopped going to high school and took the GED test. And it was weird. My dad was saying a piece of shit. I stopped going in spring. And he's all like weird. There's some kind of thing he had to run. And it's like to make me not ever go to school, go to college. And there's a certain thing in a track they do, not just the money, but the other shit. And then it's like, and then I took the GED test. And it's like, oh yeah, maybe it was like early summer. I ended up taking it. Maybe it was in June or something. It was. Or something, I don't know. But, like, they tried to get me a job, or I was supposed to go somewhere for some, or maybe that's the next fall. One is a place to take care of handicapped people, or some special camp or something. And then I go in there, and the guy just says you have to wipe people's buttholes, all this kind of, it's like weird. He did this really weird thing. It's like with a weird pressure, like a sexual harassment thing. And they all know their shit. They know what they did to me and stuff too. And that's to chase me out of there. So it's a recommendation. I'm supposed to go there and to fail like that. And I don't ever want to go, don't want to talk about it. And everyone says I'm shit and don't talk about it. Because I never talked to my parents. And that was on purpose to set me off and stuff. I guess that was it, though. That was the only thing. Another time, like, I don't know, up in there, my mom was being nice and said I should volunteer at the Humane Society and got me hooked up to that. It would have been her and her friends. So I went there. And I told you, they said just walk, take the dogs for a walk. I took them out for a walk. Then after a while, I realized I'm walking on crushed, burnt bone and ash. All the fields, bone and ash. And little ampules of poison that had gone through the furnace. And that was on purpose, too. Yeah, that's kind of weird, right? Go walk over there. She told me to go walk over there. That was on purpose, man. And then I went to Gallipoli. Shit, when was I? Was I 20 or I was 18? Fucking something, like when it first came out. Damn, so I'm born in October of 1964. So that's when I was with Bob Harrell. Like, how the hell? Like, I don't know. Everyone hang out with him. He's a county clerk. CIA. Dr. Bengal at Ratline. His sister was like Ann Springer. And she was retired there, too. That's all. She did the Argentina part. They admit it. She did the story about the human lampshades skin. She's the one who broke that. Broke the story of the Russians meeting up with the Americans. She was there when they liberated Dachau. And in one other camp. Damn, man. She interviewed, first interview, Himmler's wife. And she broke the news that he had taken poison and died. And she interviewed Mussolini's second wife. Like shit like that, you know? And she'd been stationed in Argentina and Buenos Aires from, in between 40 and 45, like off and on or whatever, to do the rat line it was. That's what it is. I knew it was the rat line. Even before. Like, why do we go see Gallipoli? That's kind of weird. Me and him and someone else. Is the other girl, not the one. It was. Yeah, that's some weird stuff. And then as all the Australian troops were sent up, and that's Churchill's shit, man. There's something going on there. There is, man, because that was on purpose. Churchill, like that was on purpose. Like their thing. They go kill enemy troops, but they got to kill their own guys too. Beat it down and stop, suppress the Jewish Bolshevism. They got to kill down the people and get Ataturk, give him his win, so they can have Ataturk take over and start the genocide. That's what they did. That was Churchill planning the Holocaust and all that. Starting it out, killing off your own people too, and lying. So we gotta go see that movie randomly out of nowhere. Liking this Bob Harrell. How the hell? He's like he doesn't. He didn't smoke a pipe, but he should have. He just should have. I don't know, sitting in the background with a pipe. Is what he'd seem like. But I don't think he smoked a pipe. But if he did, it would look like that. He is cool as hell. He reminds me of Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, we used to go there for Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving's coming up. We were the family that went there. It wasn't other families, just our two families. They were we adopted each other or whatever. Or they adopted us or whatever. Because Marie Harrell is she's from Texas. So she's bossy as a motherfucker. She's bossy. And she's cool as hell, too. But you'd have to do whatever she said. Yeah. Man, if you ever have times when it's like, is there food or not? Like it's just when you're a kid, like it could be boring. But if it's, oh man, is there enough food? That must have been any times like that. Then it must be a whole different thing. It must seem like they're the fun-loving people. Like you'd probably because they'd still be doing all that. Making sure you get lots of good food that's really tastes good. So if there's ever shortages. Her mom was cool. Her mom smoked cigarettes. So she'd come and visit. She seemed like 100 years old all the time. She'd get old. She was cool as hell. We went to Murdale Shopping Center with her once, and she gave us each $1, which is like a lot back then. We were really happy. And she got emphysema. She always had that issue. Oh, you should go around there. That was some weird shit, man. All that Texas stuff. Yeah, so it's kind of cool going to the state capitol. It's like going across the fucking country. Some of those places, right? Get the fuck away from these people. Yeah, so they fuck off. Damn. Guess it's walking down the street. God, everything's a fucking lie now. All the media. But then you have Charlie Kirk's wife. Like, it's all the way over the top, and you have the weird guy that sits there in a chair. And so it's like that. Like, you wouldn't be watching TV for it to be. It's like South Park. Except they would do that. They would have it be the real thing, too, though. It really did happen. Or they do it. They have to set it up themselves, but it could be. But probably not, right? Probably isn't. Like, no one died, really. And see how I said, the thing, I don't go back to it as much. Like different things, like the puberty blockers or something. Yeah, emotion, because it just kind of fits. It's like I already felt it, or whatever emotions. I don't know. Like I had no inkling it was done, though, but I felt everything. But I don't know. God. Yeah, so maybe the eclipse of Carbondale is a thing. Cause that's where the center, everyone goes there for the eclipse. That must have been every undercover motherfucker, right? You don't hear a goddamn thing, right? Yet that's where I fucking had to come from. I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to have anything to do with that shit. That's many times like Janis Joplin when she says, "Man, I didn't even get into. See, I haven't even gotten into it. They used to just fucking abuse the shit out of me. Like I went in 8th grade and it was like it was a puberty blocker, so I was fucked up, man. They made me take a shower and did shit, and the pep squad followed me around a bullhorn. One time they actually got that same shit. Like all they do is like make fun of me all day and yell it, scream it down the hall, and all the teachers were in on it. They did it. It was fucking weird, man. And then the sexual abuse, all the shit. Damn, man. So that means it's Dr. Zimmerman. So you go look there. You want to know, they will run it out of there too. Dr. Zimmerman would be in the know. Like actually the druggist. Because he's connected to the fucking one I got hit on the head. That drug and my brother's fake amnesia. Wait, no, he's not that. Just my brother. Because the kid was there. He adopted an Indian kid. That's too random. So we're checking that out. He does all the Hells Angel stuff or whatever. He used to have bikers staying at his house. That's in the old days. It was cooler, but. And then Dr. Gordon Plum with his private business. He's like a Cronenberg movie. He's like one of the Cronenberg movies, really cool. It's like, wait, this disgusts you. Oh, isn't that fucking great? Cronenberg, they say he's going through divorce with his wife. It makes that cool ass movie. And she gives birth, like, to her monster thing, and she's like, monster. It's coming out of her side of her thing, and she's all with her precious moment. And she looks at the husband guy and she goes, this disgusts you. Like, and she's like, oh man. Like, and they act like he wrote it like that to get revenge. Like Woody Allen's always doing that. But really, they're all in on it. And Diane Keaton, that's all fake out, man. I mean, or what's her fuck, the bitchy one, Frank Sinatra's ex-wife, Mia Farrow. She's the one who did Rosemary's Baby, so there you go, see? That's who she was. Fuck. You know, let them know everything and you have layers. See, that's why they'll even do it with this artistry. They won't know what it is. They'll have layers of stuff and you won't know. They won't know. But they'll still be doing it. And it goes from like World War II fake out stuff. And you have all the SS in on it. Probably before, during, after the war. Really, like actually, you look at it and like, if we definitely, they were doing the war effort. They're gassing all the Jews on behalf of the fucking British. Or that MI6 shit or whatever. Definitely. Isn't that weird? They have that fucking thing at Harvard Medical School. I haven't looked it up in the last few days, but it probably just disappears from the internet. They have to put it fucking everywhere for a little bit, or bring it on strong, and then get rid of it. Well, I call it like because it's in a Daily Meal. Actually, they put it in other things too, didn't they? Maybe. Then I go look it up. God, that is weird. It's weird that girl died right when Tulsi visited our temple. She got murdered, get run over by a car. Like that same day or the day before. You know, like one of those girls that was always, her mom was always cooking. She grew up there, kind of grew up at the temple. Kind of. And so that's that. It'd be like that. They'll even have these guys thinking it means anything. Like, it's like, well, everyone's supposed to think that it's a pedophile, sex trafficking, Epstein is always, that's the thing. They got it. That's the thing they're doing. Or, like, if it's that at all, it's like sort of grooming when they're older. Life trajectory, but it's all about all social control and everything. And not just to provide things to people, because they're fucking, it's a billionaire shit, so they're just working people like cattle. Man, Alex Jones was on, I think he was doing Tucker Carlson, yeah. And he talks like some MI6 duck speak. He has to do that to make it obvious. Or whatever the fuck he's doing. He's doing duck speak. He never did duck speak before. Like some douchebag duck speak. Like he came from some college or something. You know, notice how Charlie Kirk's wife doesn't speak any of that fucking dog shit. She's around all these motherfuckers and don't do shit. She's the only one, isn't she? Tucker Carlson's a weenie. He does it. He does all this douche. God, who else? Every other motherfucker, all the fucking fake left. Damn. I think. Yeah. I gotta look up Ashley Foley again. See if there's anything or she just disappears. She's supposed to be this great Marxist intellectual. There's a girl like her that looked like her that came to my trial they sent. Or not trial, I don't get to have a trial, but you know. It's in the courtroom. It even could be, who knows. I didn't know anything back then. Fuck. God, me and my mom would never fucking talk about anything. My dad, I guess. God, I guess my dad, in a certain way, but he didn't know. There wasn't much going on with him. It wasn't such. Like his big secret, like the thing would be, and he can tell like he's trying to get at some secret. He wishes the fuck he could dig it, find us the secret. And he's on a mission to do that and to do some shit like that. But he doesn't have the thing. My mom had the thing. Like, now, how would that work? That would come from, see, my mom would get some of her stuff directly from her adopted grandfather. It's Piggly Wiggly. He had the shit, what do you call it? Freemason. And the Unitarian Church, that whole thing, but with a Freemason. They're really cool stuff. Like, that would go in and around you. So you do the Chicago fucking stuff or whatever. Chicago mafia, police, whatever the fuck it would be. Maybe that's where That's so funny, man. Yeah. God, man.